Coming soon at Soul Studio, stories of identity, resilience, unity, and coming together as the Friendship Circle unites the masses through art with a little bit of light, highlighting the mission of Soul Studio in the process. Here with a special preview is Kate Spademan, facilitating artist at Soul Studio. Kate, welcome to the Splash Live.
Hi, thank you so much for having me.
Happy to have you on to preview this special new exhibit at Soul Studio. As I said in your introduction, it's aimed at highlighting the mission of Soul Studio. How does this particular exhibit ultimately do that, to highlight what Soul Studio is all about?
Absolutely. I think when you walk into the space, you get this sense of joy and sense of community and sense of belonging. And when we were picking that theme, we were really thinking, how can we highlight every artist's, uniqueness and individuality? And so, we have just so many different mediums and such a range of artwork that's being displayed that really highlights the potential of every artist here in the studio.
There's a number of themes that the art in that studio dives into with this exhibit. One that keeps coming up is this concept of radiance. How is that put on display by the artists, and what is featured at Soul Studio?
Absolutely. So every artist gets to pick a medium that really speaks to them, whether that's ceramic, sculpture, mixed media, painting, whatever. But there's this spark inside every artist that kind of propels them forward and gets them to choose the medium that they want to express the theme in. And so every piece, you have this little bit of joy and a little bit of happiness that is expressed throughout their chosen medium. And maybe that's memories or feelings.
More information on A Little
really
Bit of Light can be found on their Facebook page. Apologies there, Kate. We had a little bit of a breakup, but we're back with you clear now. If you want to learn more about A Little Bit of Light, more information is available on Facebook at Friendship Circle Soul Studio or on friendshipcircle.org. Kate, now that we've got you all situated, please continue.
Awesome. Yep. So everyone gets to choose their particular medium, and they get to be inspired by a feeling or a happiness or medium that just feels good to create. And you'll see that displayed throughout the gallery, just a wide range of mediums and really expressive artwork throughout the gallery.
It's a really supportive environment, too. That's something that's really at the heart of Soul Studio and its mission. And for these artists, of course, they have a passion for their particular medium. That is put on display. That is at the crux of this entire exhibit, A Little Bit of Light, that will be on display at Soul Studio. But how does the environment then support the artistic process and ultimately what these different creative people end up putting out for a show like this?
Absolutely. So any artist can come into our studio, and if they can dream it, they can make it. So our job is to have the support, have the resources, have the tools, so that every artist can create without boundaries or without limitations. So anything they can create, anything they can imagine, they can make.
And how does the support come into play? What is provided to these artists as they're imagining these projects and then putting them into action?
Yeah, so we have facilitating artists that pair with our artists, and we often do some brainstorming at the beginning of a session, and we'll kind of create a detailed plan for how to get step-by-step through, to the end of the product. So the artist comes in with an idea, and we will work together as a team collaboratively to build the piece. And we've got so many different resources. We have a wood shop, we have sewing machines, so many different materials that have been donated so that we can really explore and create anything that they can imagine.
The opening of the gallery will be on March 15th. It will run through April 15th at the Soul Studio on Drake Road in West Bloomfield Township. There is also going to be an artist talk at the end of the month of March, March 29th at 1 p.m. to explore even further A Little Bit of Light, which opens just in a little bit of time, mid-March at 1 p.m., March 15th in West Bloomfield at the Soul Studio. Kate Spademan is a facilitating artist at the Friendship Circle Soul Studio, joining us on the Splash Live today. Kate, there's been a number of different exhibits over the years that have explored specific themes that do in some way cross over our communities, or maybe they are more deeper thinking related themes that help these artists explore their creativity a little bit further. But where did the motivation come from to create a new exhibit that's specifically about the support system that is available through the Friendship Circle, and particularly about that support circle at the Friendship Circle Soul Studio?
Yeah, I think that, like looking at every person as an individual, seeing the amount of joy that comes through the space, we're really looking at how can we highlight every person's individual like personality and unique interests, and the gallery space especially is just so wonderful because it is so huge. We get to display more than double our artwork than we typically display in our past galleries. So we're really able to showcase so many different mediums and bigger artwork and collaborative artwork, that allows us to really just highlight every person's uniqueness, unique qualities.
How do these pieces ultimately bring together the goal of showing what the support system, what the structure of support provides to local artists here in Greater West Bloomfield, while also putting on display the incredible creativity and artistic pride that these individuals do have in the work that they create?
Yeah. Many of our artists pull from personal experiences to create their artwork. And so you'll see that displayed in a lot of the themes in their art. But you'll also see some bigger collaborative pieces that would not be possible without the support of a big studio like this. So you'll see pieces where anywhere between 6 and 12 artists have been brainstorming and collaborating to create an overall artwork. And that's just not something that's possible working alone in a studio. When you have a supportive team like this and you have the resources and the support, you're able to create those really unique, enormous pieces of art.
And it's a great way to show tangibly the ways that an outlet like this supports people with special needs in our community, provides them an outlet for communication that otherwise can be really difficult in some cases for these individuals in Greater West Bloomfield or in other areas. It helps to create that sense of connection for our community here in Greater West Bloomfield, but even more importantly, Kate, for those outside of the confines of our community. Why is it important for us to have an outlet like this to show, not tell, how communication can be in many different forms for people that may have some special needs?
Oh, absolutely. It's so important to have this kind of recognition, this kind of space where the community can come and see just the incredible work that they're all creating. I mean, like, I see it every day, we see it every day, but to have a dedicated time and space where we're able to step back and recognize the amount of time and attention that's been put into the artwork. I mean, it means everything. Having that sense of community, getting connect with others is just, it's the whole point of art.
And what part does the support of a community like we have here in West Bloomfield and surrounding areas, what role does that play in the mission of Soul Studio and the results that come from that mission?
Yeah, the support of the community just means so much. I mean, you can see it in the way that our artists react to just the sheer amount of people who show up and show up in numbers and are there ready to support. I mean, that is incredible. Beyond that, if you purchase our artwork, it goes directly to the artist and also helps support our program. So we're able to continue doing some really expressive, fun artwork and supplying really wonderful workshops. So it's both like incredible just for the artist personally, but it also means that we're able to continue doing these awesome workshops.
The exhibit runs March 15th through April 15th, Sunday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m., and also on Thursdays, 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. if you want to fit that into the latter portion of your schedule for any given day. Kate Spademan is with us, facilitating artist at the Friendship Circle Soul Studio, as we get ready for a little bit of light coming up in mid-March through mid-April. Kate, before we let you go, anything else we haven't discussed just yet that people should know before they come out to Soul Studio on Drake Road?
The thing that I would leave with is I hope you come see our gallery and that you find at least one piece that really speaks to you, that gives you that spark and reminds you that even when you're feeling alone, you've got this community behind you ready to support you.
Well, Kate, we appreciate your time previewing a little bit of light and hope to see a lot of people join your community out at Soul Studio for what will be a great presentation. Once again, very impressive art, each and every one of these exhibits. And what better way to show that off than by doing an exhibit all about the art and the artists at Soul Studio. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much.